Well, my friends, today we are at Formula Uno. So geil. You see that? That is cool. The track what I have told you, I know it since the 80s, you know. Since the 80s I watched this, but I never had the opportunity to drive that thing, you know. We wait until he comes back. Today I show you courts which you have never seen before in my 800 videos, like the last time, but there we were on that side of the mountains, you know, in that direction. Now he comes again. Whoa, watch. That is cool. Yeah. But I tell you, that is for sure not that easy, you know. And today we go to the other side of the mountains, you know. And that is the area which I like much more, because the people are there more friendly than at the other area, you know. There in this area they are all friendly, all nice, but I show you also here, because with my bike now it is tough to make this route. But here I have a tool. I was here a few days ago. Wait. You see that? That is all for free here. And I have bumped up my wheels because they are 30 years old. Here you can bump it up, you know, put it in. But you see I have nothing on anymore. That is all flat now. And now it feels like I drive with braking, you know. But I tell you, that was tough. The last time, these were 150 kilometers and I had no air in. Oh, that was tough. But today we are for sure 10 hours or more on the bicycle, because it's tough route, you know. Normally I don't drive those with bike because they are too far away, you know. We go now to Ötzi Court, and Ötzi Court is normally the last one which I drive, but from there the journey starts to all the courts, you know. Around 10 courts what I will show you, and that will be cool but very, very tough because of the 30-year-old bike, you know. I have a heavy backpack, and with that there is no profile on anymore, that you feel. That is really, really tough, you know. But it is what it is. Now we go there and then we see. Yeah, and I've forgotten something. Watch. No. Very beautiful, but now the complete other direction of the mountains, you know. Last time complete other way, and now this way. And there will come now what I also show you on the way, because it is on the way, a water park. And that park you may have seen. I think a lot of people out there, doesn't matter where you're from, you have seen that park one time on a video in YouTube or somewhere, because it belongs to the 5 best water parks in the whole wide world, you know. And some even how it is called also in the US, you know. In the USA they have posted and voted it as a top 3 water park in the whole wide world. When you see that, you will know it and say, what? That park is in your area? I have not known this. You live there, yeah. And that is where Ötzi Court is. Behind Ötzi Court there it is, but I have never shown you that. But that we have to pass, and we started by Ötzi Court, the most far away court which I normally drive with bicycle, you know, from Ötzi Court to Stonewall Court. That is the area where I normally drive the whole year, because there I have around 100 courts, you know. And now I know all courts which I know which are after Ötzi Court, that I will show you today, around 10 courts. And we started by Ötzi Court because there is the Ötzi skatering court, there is Ötzi Court, and before Ötzi Court. But there is a 4th one in that area, and that I have never shown you, but we have passed it in the swimming area. The Swim Ötzi Court it is called. But there you have to pay entry, and that is why I'm almost never in. But today I show you that, and then we go on. Then you will see the famous worldwide known water park, and then we enter in the other courts. You will see what there is in that area other than in the other area when you have seen the videos. Yeah, and then we will see. Let's drive on. So, my friends, now we arrived at first court, the Swim Ötzi Court. Wait, watch, here is swim area. It's very beautiful, very nice, you know. You see that? Here you have to pay entry. It's small, but nice. But I have to make it in that way. And now here we are at the court. and that is an original one, and this is the first court which you have never seen in my videos, in over 800 videos, because now we are at the last point where I normally drive Ötzi court, and that is beside Ötzi court, but here I come never in. You have to pay entry, and you will see also why, an original one. And now we have a new service again as a ground to our courts. You know, we have over 10 different services where I play, you know, all different stuff. But now 1, 2, bam, watch, beach volleyball, and here we have it. This is the swim Ötzi court, you know. This is the court here, and that is an original one, you know. And we play on, no, not grass, we play on sand. Sand is the service now. We are on the beach, you know. Watch, that is the board, very big board, you know, the metal ring, an old construction. These were back in the days, you know, these big boards. And here we have sand. We play on real sand. You see that? On sand. The small area is sand and outside is grass. And where does it get better to dribble? On sand, you know. You see? That is a very good thing when you here you have it, and here on grass it jumps not that high, you know. And you can play it, you know. And that is the swim Ötzi court. Now all courts what I showed you have never seen before in my videos, because they are so far away that I don't play them. And now here the start of the first court, that is normally the end point where I drive. I'm many hours on the way already, and here you have to be very fit to reach that, you know, especially to drive all back, because that goes all straight back. So I will sit 10 hours or more on the bicycle today. And so when you are only 70-80% really fit, then you will have it tough. Now I'm sitting 30 hours per week on a bicycle, you know, and even there I have to think how I will do it, you know, then you can imagine. But here, very nice place, an old style place, you know, and these are the last days where you can come in now. So today was perfect, the sun is out, it is not too warm, maybe 22, 23, but the swim areas have only a few days open anymore, and then it is closed until next summer. And so we are in, and now we play some balls, and I have the Spalding Street, not the Street Phantom, the Spalding Street to the ball. That is a bit similar like the Platinum series from Spalding and the Wilson Authentic Outdoor, you know. When you feel over the balls, they feel a bit the same, you know, from the material, from the looking, but they are all three a bit different, you know. But I can tell you right now, on the Authentic Outdoor, this is much better. The lines are better, you know. But this ball is also very good. In my opinion, from the feeling, this is better than the Platinum series. But the Authentic Outdoor is maybe the best rubber ball in the game. But now, here we are, and now we play on sand or on beach. And you see here, the ball jumps, you know, depends where. But here it is better, because it is harder. You see? you know, here also you have to watch because sand is on. When I throw it direct, then the sand goes in my eye, so sometimes I close it or throw it a little bit right, you know. Then the ball goes not in, but it is nice, you know. Camera, what happens to you? But you know, it's a very nice court. Even, you know, when you are indoor player, you will say, what is that? You know, we have those things in, and you know, you can dribble here, you can also dribble here, but you see it goes a bit down, so you always have a different height where you are standing here. That is for sure so much more down than on that side, you know. So you have always a different shooting from the height, and from here on there is the real sand in, you know. So here you see the ball, bam. There is all real sand, you know. And now it is a bit wet. When the ball rolls a bit in here, you see that, then you have the sand on, and when I now throw it exactly here, then the sand goes into my eyes, and that happened to me. And so I close my eyes and shoot, or I took my hand a little bit more right that the sand falls away, but then you don't get it in. That is more from that side. But you see, this is a cool court, you know, very relaxing here, and the ball is very good, you know. I told this is a very good rubber ball for outdoor, you know, really, really cool. And yeah, now we play on a few more balls. And also, you know, my bicycle, I have no lock, I cannot close it, so it stays outside, but here no one steals it, you know. I trust here. And really, when you drive here with bicycle, the last time we were often on the other side, Z4 court, from Z1 to Z4 is a different story, but all other courts, you know, on the other side, the people are completely other than here. Here they are all friendly. Alone on the bicycle, way they greet you. Even little kids, you know, with scooter, they greet you from 10 meters and say hello, you know. Everyone here, that is completely different area. So we play on, and then I show you around 9 other courts, but they are not all playable, but that you will see. And now let's do it. So my friends, also the board and ring, I show you that. The construction, you have enough space, you know, if you want to jump, but here you don't run that fast. And you see it's a bit over, you know, but that makes nothing, because when such things are, you have an advantage or you don't use it, you know. You throw only to the ring, or like here, when I see that, you know, then you can always go to the board, because most of the time, yeah, now I didn't hit it because I watched through the camera. Wait, once again. That was not good. Wait, I want to show you. Wait, now. Yeah, a bit better. Because it hangs over when you go to the board, the chance that it goes in is much higher. That you can always use, you know. And it is a bit shaking, you have seen that, or you have heard it. Watch again, then you see it, that it is shaking. You see. But it makes nothing. It is a cool original place. It's very enjoyable. I know many other courts, you know, which have a better floor, you know, but which are not that comfortable to play. So here, very cool, very nice. Only thing, you have to pay entry, and you know, a few meters away is Ötzi court. And when I come here, then I go to the last court, and that is Ötzi court. Even if it's only a few meters, you know, a few meters. 2 minutes with bicycle, you know, 2 minutes, but then you know you are at the last court from all. But that court I will not show you today, but we have other courts, and there I have to drive much more in the direction, but one is a bit on the other direction, and that will take me now some time. That is playable, and then we drive in the other area, and there are a lot of courts, and then you will see the difference to the other area, you know. What I have shown you, when you have seen the long video, the 200 kilometers, that is an area where not many basketball courts are. They have a lot of villages, swim areas, this and that, but there is almost nowhere basketball, you know. And here is different, that you will see. But now I go out and on, that I can do that all on one day. Very beautiful, you know. My friends, I show you something, because I have bought now something, and here it is so cool. Wow, watch. Here you can go downwards, and there are no stairs, you know. So that is very cool for all who have a wheelchair, or when you want to come up. And what is there? Bam! You come exactly out by the automat where you can buy something. That is here at the cool area. And here at that, it's a train station. And here I was so often, you know, you cannot imagine how often I was here. And what is here? Now we are still there. From that side I show you, that is Ötzi court, you know. The basketball court, the most far away court of them all. But here I have bought now something, and now we have to drive on, you know. Long route? Yeah, not long, but one is left, and then we enter in the main area, and then you will see the difference to the other area of the mountains, you know. Let's do it. We are in the mountains in Canada. No, now I show you that. That is amazing. You have seen they have own shuttle buses here. And now, welcome to maybe the most impressive #1 water park for action in the whole wide world. And that is not what I'm saying. That is what all the people say, you know. And they also voted it as one of the top 3 water parks in the whole wide world. Now, you will for sure know it now. Wait, there comes another shuttle bus, you know. They have own shuttle buses, you know. You see that? That is amazing. And now, welcome to Area 47. Watch now. That is amazing, huh? For sure you will know that. That is famous, you know. All the champions were here. The free running Schlappen event, you know. Area 47. Voted from CNN, I think New York Times, top 5 water spot in the whole wide world. And they call it really, for action sports, the #1 water park in the world, you know. That is amazing. Here you have it all. You can wakeboarding, you can jump from the platform, you can climb, you have music here, you can rent indoor halls to make party. So when you are an action guy, this will be the #1 spot in the whole wide world, you know. And there you see it. So now tell me, the water slides, you know, the music you hear, their own loudspeakers. That is amazing, you know. That is absolutely cool. Here you have it really all. But you know, there you can also spend a lot of money, you know, lot of money. And also, you know, it's the biggest park in the whole country, the highest for, you see, here they jump. And here you see the bridge where you can climb. And that is the highest platform for, how it is called, for this climbing parkour in the whole country, you know. You see that on, with the big bicycle. That is a thing, you know. And now we have it under the week, you know, and still is so much going on. That is cool, you know. Absolutely amazing. Here we have the beach volleyball courts. But one thing, there is no basketball court. They have forgotten my sport, you know, or my lifestyle. But I tell you, look at that on. Would you go on that bridge, you know? That is like the bungee jumping what I've shown you by the route to Italy, you know. Absolutely cool. When you are staying here and you see that bicycle on there, you see here the beach volleyball, and they have an own area for wakeboarding. There is an own lake that I also show you. But you see, here you have the bridge. And the music, the loudspeakers from Bose, the company Bose. Wow, now it gets steep, but watch here now. You see that? That is amazing. Absolutely cool. And now you know where I am. If you have wondered, and then now for sure some will say in USA, cool, you're living there. Yeah, here we have it all, you know. Now you have seen really a lot in my videos. The best female climber of all time. Then we have seen Mbappe when he was here. And now you see the area 47, you know. That is really a cool area, I told you. Here the people are all relaxed, you know. And here you can rent in, you know, with friends and have those bungalows where you live. But they are very Spartanic. There's not much in. That is not the because they want that you go out and make here the action sports, you know, and you can book all different stuffs what you want, you know, rafting, wakeboarding, jumping. They have all trainers here, you know, or you can relax and go to the water slides or the high tower jumping, you know. That is 27 meter high, you know, 27 meter. When you think here another loudspeaker, you know, then you can imagine when there are parties, events, what is going on, you know. Normally you have 10 meters, you know, 10 meters are the high, and that platform is 27 meter high, you know. An absolutely cool area. So when you want to enjoy, you have to come here, you know, with the music. We have no problems with the music, right? And that is absolutely cool. And now I show you the wakeboarding lake, you know. But absolutely nice. But now it is not that warm, you know. But you can check out, give in free running Schlappen area 47, what there is going on. Now the shuttle bus, you know, you don't have to walk. That is amazing, huh? So they have the action spots, but on the other side, you don't need to walk outside, you know. Everywhere those golf cars. And here are the things where you can live, you know. And then you can stay here a week, 2 weeks, and they have their own party rooms, you know, where you can rent for your friends, whatever. But you have to have enough money by you, you know. These are all the houses, and then you can make action the whole day, you know. And now we go to there is the base camp, and there you see maybe the rafting girls. I've seen them before, you know, the bikini on and all that stuff, but I think now they are gone. And then on the other side there is the wakeboarding lake, you know. I show you that. There are also houses to live, you know. It's very cool here and automat, you know, to get your drinks, whatever you want, and restaurants. Have you seen? Friendly greeted. These are the people here, you know. Even tourists, they greet you all here. Very relaxed people, you know. Complete other than at the other side. That is cool, you know. Here the river, And now you see another house where you can rent in. It's absolutely a cool area. And then I show you the wakeboarding. Maybe they drive, I don't know now. But I have to watch again to the time, you know, that is the problem, you see. Because, yeah, but here it is not that problem, because when it gets dark, oh shit, I have the wrong thing and wait. That was not good. Oh, tough, very tough. So here you see all the things. I can show you. We drive down. Wow. And you see the GoPro is here, you know. They should give me a new GoPro. I film here, give me a GoPro. The new one, the GoPro 13 I need. You see? And here you can check in. And on and on. And now we go to the wakeboard. Wow, now I have the thing in. So wait, because it goes upwards, you know. But cool area, huh? Very cool. And here I have not that problem to come home, because most of the things is bicycle way, and there it is not that dangerous, you know, like at the other area. But now I have to go on. Now people for sure have seen this. When you are an action fan, then for sure you have seen videos from that area, especially when they have the jumping events. And now you think, wow, I've seen your videos from Ötzi Court. And what, that is only a few minutes away, yes. That is cool. Yeah. Wow, upwards, you know. Fine by 10 hours bicycle. To drive upwards. Yeah, that is all here, you know. I've shown you there is also not that far from where we played at the swim Ötzi Court. From that village goes the mountain up to the best ski resort in the world. Up to 60 kilometers, the best ski resort. I've also shown you that. Here another bungalows where you can check in and live, you know. Very Spartanic, only to sleep at night, and then you go out and make action sports, you know. That is like on holiday. And here is the other area, you know, I show you that. And then I have to drive on the other side, you know. But watch now. You see? Yeah, here's one. Here you can train, you know. That is very cool. They have the electrical slides, you know. And there you can also say now, it's also an action sport. I have seen wakeboarding in the middle 90s. And now, you know, there were nowhere here to do that. And now they have own things with trainers where you have to pay. Is that good or not? You know, like in streetball. Are courts good for which are outdoor where you have trainers and pay? In my opinion, streetball absolutely not. For that sport, I think it is cool, you know, to have such an area. And there it is okay when you have to pay, because here you have it all. You see, they have the jumping tools. And there are also events, you know, music for normal people who want to learn it, for professionals. So you can make all stuff here, you know. And that is absolutely cool. Now you have seen the area 47, but the cat was here. But we have to drive in now in that area. There we can play one court on the left side, and then we go to the main city, like at the other town where I've shown you the K2 court, the most far away court of all, which I normally not do, you know. But here there is also a town, and there are a lot of courts, but completely other than at the other area. That you will see. Now I go on and then we see us. I'm on the way, but I wanted to show you one close step. Rambo area, here's no one. Why Rambo area? Because it is a little bit where we drove up to my birthday, where I told you it looks like at Rambo 1 in the woods. And that is also not that long, but you know, goes a bit up and down. And then we see us at the Ötzi Court. You will see that. Yo, my friends, watch. Like Rambo Court, you know. Not Rambo Court, Rambo Place, you know, because we have a Rambo Streetball Court. But here, you know, that is in a mountain area more. And it's complete the other side, and at the other area where I've shown you, where it's more flat, where you come to Germany. And here is the opposite, you know. Now, my friends, 18% steepness. No problem to us, we drive 35, almost twice as much. So that is an easy part. But you see the area, you have never seen that area, only a few seconds that we also have this, you know, because that I have never shown you. With the river, I've seen them rafting now, you know, but I hadn't the camera in my hand because I have to come forward, you know, because here is perfect for rafting, because it is not, wait, I have to drive up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, bam, bam, bam. No one behind us, because here the water is not completely flat, it's been shaking, so perfect for them. And now it goes down, but I really have to come forward, you know, still late like the last time. Then we see us. Hey, I see them rafting now. You see them in the water. We drive now down, and then we drive beside the river. We will get them. And I cannot drive that quick with one hand now, but I show you that. The rafters, then we have them on camera. They are learning it, you know, I see that from here. And they're down again, 18%. Hello. Whoa, what was that? Have you seen that? That was crazy. Have you seen that big wheel like in the 1800s? You know? You see the area like at Rambo film. That is the thing, you know. Wait. Watch that no bicycle comes under the bridge. Then we are at the main river. Wait. The Rambo area, you know. Wait, I have to go to the second. Wait. And here we will see them. We have to check out that we have a good spot. Then you see them in the boats with 5-6 people. Now here they are. Wait, from here we see them. They are coming now. Wait. I have to go back. Here is a spot. They have fun. Watch them. You see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Around 10 people are in. There are 3 chips, you know. How you call them? You hear them, they have fun. And that is from the area 47. There you can rent it, and then they make a course with you here, you know. And behind are another 2. But yeah, they are coming now. Wait. We wait to them. Now the train comes from Ötzikort, the train. The S-Bahn. There we could also drive, you know, but we don't. You see 2 things, but that gets more. Here it is very quiet in the water, you know. That becomes much more heavily then, you know. And yeah, but I have no time to show you more. I have to go on, because otherwise I still come back at the darkness. I want to avoid this. Wait. So my friends, first station we arrived, but watch. That looks like a Rambo film, or when you have seen Rambo 1, where he walks the streets and then in the bush, that looks like here, or always that area. I told that all the time. That reminds me so much to Rambo film, Rambo 1, one of my all-time favorites. And here you can imagine you are Rambo, you know. Rambo enters in, but I don't have the Rambo shirt on. But you know, little bit roughed up area, or that is the thing. That is the train station, you know. The train station. Can you imagine that? No one behind us. The train station in that area. Rambo court. No, not court. Rambo place. Always the court, you know. That is the thing. The old train station. These are really the old ones, you know. Because they renew every station here, you know. But they're outside the same building, you know. And then the bridge. Where is he? Sliced alone, Rambo. He walks the bridge now. Here I also was, you know, by train so often, you know. Because here you come to our other federal state, you know, and there I also lived, and so I passed this way so often, you know. And yeah, and here you can also go skiing there and on and on and on. There is much more, but you have seen now the Rambo area. So my friends, now we entered in, but I switched a bit. Why? Because of the weather, you know. Watch the weather now. I don't know, they said it will stay dry also here. And now we make the Pizzi court at last, depends on the weather. But here is the main area, and that is now also like a small town here, around 11,000 people. And now watch, that looks complete other. That at the other side of the mountains where we were last time, you know. Now we are at the last point where I drive with bicycle. And here is industry and a lot, yeah, completely other, you know. And yeah, here are a lot of courts, but you will see surprises, and then later I will show you the other thing. Let's do it. So my friends, other thing, watch. All wood, you know, these are all wood things, the Schalldorfen, you know, and such things, because here they make it. That is all the building here. There is a lot of going on, you know. That is really the industry, what I told you always at Ötzi Court, where the smell is like rubber, burnt rubber, and here that is industry, you know, industry where they make the wood thing and a lot of other things, you know. So in that area you can watch, that is complete other, or that I also have to show you, because the vibes, all is here complete other, you know. The area, the people, everything, you know. You know. Nice people here, you know. But hopefully no police. But you see, that is all the thing, you know. But here really, the people greet you from 10 meters away, you know. And you see that goes upwards and downwards, industry and also to live. And really complete all the area, you know. But here are a lot of courts, you know. A lot of courts in that town. That is the main area for today. But there is a but that you will see then. And then the Pizzi court is a little bit the other area, you see, goes upwards. Hopefully no police. You see, and over that hill there is all the area where the houses and all that is. And Pizzi court there we will play. But I hope the weather, hello, it's so nice. All the people greet you all here. That is absolutely amazing. On the other area that will almost never happen to you. And here, I tell you, complete other people. That is completely other. Here I feel much more comfortable, because that is really, that is other. But now, to the courts, you will see that now. But yeah, you will see when I'm at the first court. Let's do it. So my friends, watch. That you see a bit of the area also. That goes up and down and up and down, you know. That is other. In the other area, that is all flat, you know. Almost. And here, completely different. And now we enter in, you know. It is more cloudy and dark, you know. And yeah, but I think the weather will stay good, you know. No rain. And here, many courts, big courts, you know. But you know, I tell you that now. Watch here, you can drive up, you see, to the mountain, and to the houses and all that stuff, you know. Hello. And In the other area you have seen there were villages, not much courts. There were only football, nothing. Football, nothing. Only in the big town, 2 courts, you know. And here it is completely other, you know, in that area. You have seen also in the swim area they have a basketball ring. They have in the villages more than 1 ring. Oh, I have to breathe now. And here in that small city there are a lot of basketball courts, you know. Really a lot, and that is the difference in that side of the mountains to the other. But now we drive in first court of that area. So my friends, now the paddle tennis, our friends, the paddle tennis, you know, a mini golf, you know, there is a lot. And you see to the mountains, you know, show you the paddle tennis, you know, they build it everywhere, you know, everywhere where you are, those paddle tennis things. Watch. You see? But we go in now. So my friends, now we arrived. But watch first here. That is beside the paddle tennis. You see the area? And here we have the first court. It's called E1. The other one what I've shown you, the swim Ötzi court, is more far away, you know. But here now in this town, that is now the first one. E1 or I1. I1 is better in English, you know. 1, 2, bam! Here we have it. That is I1, but here is spectacular, you know. And that is cool. We put on here the bicycle. And here are a lot of that courts what you see now, you know. That is the thing with football field, you know. That looks really cool with that thing. And school courts they have here, you know, all such styles like here, you know, big places with this red orange rubber, you know, and here you see there is the asphalt under, so that is not high, you know. And but here you see that is old, very old, but these are the harder ones normally, but here it is roughed up, you know. You see another hole like here, and that were the style of the early 90s, where they put on asphalt those thin rubber material, which I like really. And here you see the football, another football, you know. So, but here they have not forgotten the basketball, and that is a cool thing, you know. Here really a lot of courts, but I have to watch to the time, you know. Really nice. And here you can play. Of course you will say the field is not the best and this and that, but here is a cool area to do that, you know. To play real street ball on a rough court. You can watch when they have football games or here. And that is very nice, you know, the view, because here you see that goes into the mountains, the houses. That is complete other area, which you have in my city also, not maybe at, wait, I'll show you that. You see that? Maybe at small city court, you know, which I don't like that much. There it is in miniature version, like here. But it's really, really cool. And now we play only a few balls, because here we have to count a lot of courts, you know, and then to come to Bitzi court. And it is almost 4 o'clock already, you know. But now, a few balls. So my friends, here we are. Very nice, you know. And why I, you know, in Germany, E1, I1 court. Why? Because the area that is called, my grandmother always said, der kommt aus Imst. Dann weißt du, woher es kommt, you know. That is the area. And because of Imst, we call it I1. And because there's I2, I3, then you have better names than complete other, you know. And yeah, now a few balls. Very nice. And I tell you, when you play here, you know, that feels completely other than those new wobble floors, because I thought now to last time that K2 court which they built in new, which I tested with the fingers, that is now also a bit wobbling because it is so old, you know. But you feel that by walking, by dribbling, that absorbs not much, and that is much better to play basketball, you see. Jumps much higher, you know, because the asphalt is under. And here you can really enjoy, you know. And I have to show you something, because here they have a cable binder in. You see that? Because of the net. You see? And also an aluminium thing. You see that? That the net is a bit better. But Erhard Sport, you know. From Erhard Sport I have a medicine ball at home, you know. German company which I know. I've seen that first time in Hamburg. You know, that was at Landungsbrücken in a gymnastic room from a school. Therein they had Erhard medicine balls, you know. And now we play this side, very cool. What was that? Yeah, but you see, my friends, the court, I like that very much here, because that looks complete other. That is like a 90s style, you know, like back in the days. You see, with this wooden tribune, I think, the cool court, you know, and you see that. And here the basketball, and you have the adage under, you know, with football. Then it goes another one down to the woods. There you see to the houses, you know, and there to the other area of the houses, you know, and here to the mountain. So that is really a cool, relaxing place with a bench. You have boards, you know, and you have this rubber, which I like, you know, because we had this in the 90s, and there it is harder and not that soft, but of course it is roughed up. I show you a bit more. from I1 court, you know. The asphalt down. And you know this new rubber floors which they built, they are so thick, you know. We have seen it when they built it. But really cool here with the stones in, you know. That the weight of the construction, you know, is away. Yeah, but you always have to adjust to the different heights, you know. So you always need 5-10 minutes to come in. And yeah, but it is absolutely cool I1, you know. But now I have to go on. I cannot take long time here because of the endurance and the strength in the legs to come all back, you know. And also because here are much more. And then again at the end then Bitsy court, you know. But that is a smaller one. That is complete other than here. But you will see that, and now we go on. So my friends, I also show you the backside because they have much more here, you know. Here an inline hockey thing, you know. And on the other side is another football field, you see that? And they have the big climbing wall. And you see also a difference to the other area from the 200 kilometer videos, because here the places are open, you know. Here you can enter in, and the other place is not, they are closed, you know. That is also because here the people are friendly. But watch that climbing thing, that is really impressive. We have a parkour climber from Canada. When you see that now, that would be for you. Or in that coulisse with that panorama, or that is amazing. When you see that, wow, what a tower. Or in that area here in Calisthenics Park to train beside, right, you see that. And here is also a skate park, and they also have that for the electrical cars, what I have shown you at the beginning, you know. You see, that is absolutely cool. A smaller one, you know, like at the beginning, skate park, you know. But here, that is impressive, you know. And here we could train now. Here you can do it all, you know. In that little town, 11,000 people, you have all here, and all people are nice, and they say, hey, you can do it, do this and that, and make sports, you know. Wow. And that is really, I like it here very much, but with bicycle, that is absolutely brutal, you know. But now we go to I2 court. So in all of you that you see a little bit, that goes so upwards, you know, upwards. And here it goes downwards, you know. You see, over those houses it goes down and then it goes up. So here you have it like this waveform, you know. But now I2 court. So, and another view that you can imagine a bit. Here are the houses now down, you know, and here they go up. Then you can imagine now the area with that view, few views, so it is called. Can you imagine a bit, you know? And now we drive in, and now I don't have to show the area anymore because you know it now. So my friends, now we arrived at I2 court, you know, or I2, I2 court, and here it is, you know. Here in the last edge there is the court, you know, that is for free, but there are now a lot of young teenagers, you know, and they for sure crush in, you know. But I will see what we do, then we see us. So my friends, I2 court. You see, free court to enter in. School area, kids place, very nice, but roughed up, you know, more for teenagers. And now I have to go on because much more courts and I have to come home, you know. But you have seen it, and here the difference is scooter, you know, all here. Here is all for free, you know, and you can enter in the other area it is closed, you know. That is the bad. But now I3. So my friends, that you can imagine a bit more of that little town, you know. I show you that. Wait. It's always up and down, you know. And here with the church, that looks complete other than the other areas, you know, when you see that. Really a complete other vibe, complete other area. It's all different here, you know, on that side. You only have to watch that no police comes. Because here you have to be careful, you know, because in the downs there are always more of the polices, you know. And there it goes up again. That is the bar. But now we enter in I3 court. Now the motor again comes. Watch. There you know you are in a small city here, you know. And up again. You see? Complete other vibe here, right? Like in the other area. That is nice. But now I got in my app that it starts to rain. What a shit, you know, and I don't know, now police comes. Now we have so much luck, I cannot tell you. Oh, now you will see it. Wow, that was really luck now. See? The police was. If I would have driven here now, then they would have checked me up, you know. That would be a problem. Because of the camera in the hand, you know. That is the part. Drive on the bicycle with camera in the hand. But you see, all up, down, up, down, up, down. That is the part here, you know. Yeah, but now let's enter in our I3 court. Then I tell you something. My friends, watch here, another thing. Up and down, up and down. But we enter in now. But I've seen now kids work, you know. Kids are working here. They have sold bottles for €1, you know. I could buy an empty bottle for €1. Kids work in the middle of the street, you know. Now they were only like a flow market, I don't know in English. And I've seen now a poster of Lenny Kravitz was on a shop here. Lenny Kravitz is in town. But now enter in I3. So my friends, not a court. Yeah, it is a court, but not basketball. But I'll show you something. We are on the street, and there you have to go on, and then you see in, you know. Bam, watch that original. With that house, and behind is a court, but there is no basketball ring, you know. But that you have seen that because I like that building so much, and that is school area. Here you cannot enter in, you know. That is closed now. It's a school court. So my friends, now we arrived at I3 court, but here you cannot enter in because it is also school. But it is a court which I wanted to show you. 1, 2, bam, what a view. There it is, you know, I3 court, but school area, you know. But you see there are goals in front of the basketball, especially here. There you have to put the goal back on the other side. But you see these are all those orange. I have to watch out because I'm on a workout building, you know, where biros, where the people work inside on computer. But you see these are all those old orange rubber courts, which I have told you. Here you see the benches on where they can sit, but that is 90s style, you know. 90s style and school thing, you know. But I also wanted to show you I3 court, but it is a no-go court, you know. But now we go on I4 court. Yeah, I4. So my friends, now I4 court. Yeah, I4. 1, 2, bam. Here it is, but it is also a school court, you know. Here you can also not play, but I have to show you that. Because here you have 4 basketball rings, or full court, you know, 2 full courts. looks also really nice. Wait, I go down from the bicycle that I show you that. It's really a cool thing. And what do you see again? The orange floor, the 90s style floor, you know. So big area, you know, with rings. Here you have the iron nets, and they look all a bit similar, you know, with the orange floors. But you also see that this is very old, you know. Here you have a football field, and for a track for how it is called, athletics, you know, and that is school court. There is the indoor gym, you know, down, and yeah, it's a nice place, and that is called the I4. And now, of course, there exists an I5 court also in that town, you know. I5, we go there. Yeah, my friends, I'm on the way to I5 court, but watch, here we came down, that goes all down, and that is here again, that it always reminds me on Rambo film, you know, Rambo area. Watch now, that looks like Rambo area, or to go down, and you know that thing, 21 degrees it is. There are all things to buy, you know, all shops, food shops, this shop, and complete other vibes, you know. And yeah, really like at Rambo. And the people here, you know, the vibes are so other, that is so nice here, you know. Complete other than at the other area, I tell you that. Same country, same federal state, but complete different people, you know. And that is cool. And from there on we came, you know. There on all the courts were, but now we have to go down, and then you see all different shops, you know. Also traditional shops, you know, not only those big company shops. You find here one of the areas where you find really original shops also, you know. But now I have to go on, because otherwise we will not achieve it today. So my friends, now we are down, and now I show you I5 court. Bam, here we are. But you see, it's also a school court. The sun came out again, which is very good, you know. And here it is, the I5 court. But now watch, that is a rough one. You see that? Grass. That is an original, you know. You see that? That is a cool court, you know. Absolutely amazing. Wait. That you see it from driving. Wait. You see that? I5 court. Grass. These are the originals like in the 90s. And that is what I told you, the difference to the other area, you know. There they have only made football in the 90s and the 80s, and they have forgotten the basketball rings. But here not. Here in that area they have not forgotten it. And now tell me, that is an absolute original court, and that you can play. And now tell me, where do you get such a thing, you know? Now the indoor players will say, what is that? Yeah, that is an original, you know. That is how we did it in the in the early 90s. There I did it also like this, you know. A roughed up board, a roughed up ring, you know. The goals are not ideal, but for football, you know. And you have to wonder that they didn't build here a house in, you know. Because normally such grounds, they all built away. But you see here the cables with the wooden thing, you know. These are wood things, you see that? These are courts, you know. In my videos you see all the courts, you know, as wood, you know. Yeah. And here on real grass you can play basketball. That is an original. What I told you, I have surprises here, you know. But that is cool. So we play a few balls, and then we go on to Pizzi court. It's around, yeah, the helicopter, complete another area, you know. And that is around 25 minutes from here, and it is almost 6. I will come into darkness, but on the way, well, for example, where it is not that problem, you know. So which side do you want to play first? We play first this, where the net is, you know. The iron net, you know. Wait. A few balls on real grass, you know. Real grass. And now I will tell you something. Why is grass better than rubber? Now, well, wait. You may think now, the guy is crazy. No, it is not better, but one thing is for sure better. The smell of grass, against this chemical rubber material, this soft one, which is not good, but here, nice, you know. Now, let's play. But you see also here you can dribble. When you can do it here, you know, you can do it everywhere, you know, all possible. But here the grass is higher, so you have to dribble much more. Or in better words, you have to dribble harder, you know. So, other side. You see, I can hold it, but not from here, but when I grab it, you can hold it, you know, on the channels, but more on the panels, you know. Yeah, my friends, from that court, you know, absolutely nice, you know. You will think now, but that is really like in the early 90s. There you played so on a grass thing. You had an own private ring in a garden backyard, and there you did it, you know, with those old wooden houses where you had the things in to make the grass and the working stations. But here you have a nice bench. You have also a garbage in, you know. And what do you want more, you know? And that is for kids absolutely cool. But nowadays kids, you know, they will maybe not like it that much. But to me, as an early 90s kid or late 80s kid, absolutely amazing, you know. That would be a dream. I told this with our gangster court in city where gravel ground was, you know, gravel ground I call it. Now we have unnatural grass. There are always people playing football now, all the time, you know. The most frequented court of all in the city, I would say. But such a thing would be the absolute greatness where I lived, you know. I learned it in the street, you know. But that is I5 court, but now I5 school, you know, because there is the real school court. I show you that. So my friends, now I5 school court, but that is cool, is not playable. It's only a few meters beside the I5 court. That is why I call both I5, you know. But now watch, here we have an absolute great view, complete order, you know, because now we are at the complete downside, you know. Before we were on, and now you see the difference. And here you see the court. Here beach volleyball, and here is I5 school court. 2 rings, and what do you see? The red, orange rubber courts, the same style, you know. that is it, you know. Wait, I go down, then you see that school court, you know, with a complete other panorama, 2 rings, you know. Here you have another ring on that side, but you know, with the view, absolutely cool. I mean, where do you get such views, you know? Absolutely amazing. But you know, it is a no-go court, school court, you know. I think the school guard was coming up but didn't say anything, you know. And these are the people here, they do not complain. You have a track here, and there is in, you know, my camera almost fell down. And that is only the same street a few meters from the I-5 court, you know. That is the I-5, the 2 courts. But now I will enter in at Pizzi Court, you know, then I tell you why the name. That is the other area, but I have to watch out. But now the sun is here, but I will for sure come in darkness, but I will try it that I come there when I'm here. That would be the last court now, which I wanted to make first. But you see, now the clouds are away, and the what I wanted to say, the thing what they told, it comes shower, now it is the sun out, you know. But we have it almost 6 o'clock, and now I hurry on, then we see us maybe at Pizzi Court. My friends, no, I cannot show you the last court, it is too late now, you know. I've decided now, I'm here, you know, to drive in, but that costs me now, from here now 20 minutes back to film, and I have no time. In 2 hours the sun goes down, you know, and I'm so many hours away from my city, and I have only 3 hours light, you know. So as I always told you, I would do it, you know, there would be no problem, but the light, and then it gets dangerous, you know. I will be also for 2 hours around in darkness today, and you see where the sun is here. And that does not need long, you know, and I'm so far away at the farthest point from all at that area. And so sometimes you have to be intelligent, as I always tell you, when your feeling says don't do it, then don't do it. And now I turn away, because I would have to drive the same way back, and that makes no sense. Then I'm at darkness before I am at Ötzi Court, you know, and there I need so many hours back, so I go now. Even there I come into darkness, but there I have my light. And it will be not that tough, because then I know I come back with light, you know. So, but we have seen enough courts. That court would be not a great one. That is a small one, you know, very small, nothing special, you know. That is so a street football court, you can imagine, you know, nothing big. But it is what it is. I hope you liked it. I hurry on now. Long route back. As long as the sun is still there, and then you see us at the other place. Was a nice journey, but you know, you see the time is not there. I drive 10 hours or more on a bicycle to reach that for a few balls. That is why I don't come here with bicycle normally, and that it is. My courts are from Ötzi Court to Stonewall, around 100 courts. What do you want more? But for my friends, I don't know if you see me. I'm arrived home in the city. Now it is dark. Watch, all dark once again. I was driving in a complete darkness for 2 hours or more, complete darkness, you know. But now arrived, great journey, the most far away on the other side. You will not see me now. So I show this, and yeah, that it was. But that was really nice, an area which I liked. We see us again. I hope you liked it. Until then, bye and ciao.